Hello and good afternoon to anyone who is out there potentially listening. I don't know if anyone is listening because I'm sure you're rather busy with your Christmas preparations. And may it be an absolutely wonderful, happy, delightful occasion for you all, and my best wishes to you and families. Um, Please make sure you have the drinks flowing and make sure you don't do anything stupid or crazy. Hello to Marcia Toms, who says hello, and Chili Kareen and Rexan. And I do apologize to those who have been asking, where was I yesterday and the day before? Well, I was a little bit busy, preoccupied with, festivities. So Sharon Fortune, yes, a Merry Christmas to you too. Meanwhile, our petition has been signed by lots of you. If you haven't signed it already, here is the link to the change.org petition to expel the grubby Glaswegian grifter and PPE profiteer Michelle Mone from the House of Lords. Um, so, Baroness Mone is still as grubby and as grimy as ever, and a lovely lady who I've yet to meet, but she does seem to have a connection to Broadstairs, and she is a restaurant critic. Marina O'Loughlin has taken to the thing called Threads, which is the alternative to the Twitter, or the thing formerly known as X, or whatever else it wants to call itself, depending on what day of the bloody week it is. And she asked, all horror stories about Michelle Mone in restaurants gratefully received. Well, as I told you before, Michelle Mone has been known allegedly for doing a dine and dash from a restaurant in Pont Street, Knightsbridge. I shan't be naming the restaurant on this occasion because they don't wish to be named, but my friend at the Daily Mail was going to write about it, but the restaurant got all very upset because they didn't want to have a link to Michelle Mone, given that the other dreadful hoodlum who blocked me on Twitter, very honoured to be blocked by Dawn Ward, Real Housewives of Cheshire or something she goes by, she'd slapped Sunita with a napkin. You couldn't make this up. Sunita, who we know a few stories about Sunita as well. She lives in the same building as a friend of mine in West London, and I can tell you a few stories about old Sunita. Sunita, yes, well, she's not quite as innocent as she seems, but she did get a slapping, allegedly, from Dawn Ward in a restaurant in Knightsbridge. The restaurant has since become another restaurant, but Michelle Mone subsequently did a bit of naughty antics there also. It seems that a certain low class of woman is attracted to that particular Belgravia establishment. It's a great shame because in years long ago, it was a restaurant called Drones, and you can work out which restaurant it is by that if you have the intelligence to do a bit of Googling. It was called Drones, and it was also owned at one point by my lovely great friend Nicky Kerman, a legend of the restaurant industry, and somebody whose father and him subsequently owned Scott's of Mayfair, which is now owned by Richard Caring, and was, of course, the scene of an attempted strangulation by Charles Saatchi, allegedly also. So there we go. Restaurants connect stories together. Restaurants are something that give us all great pleasure. And this Michelle Mone has been being a little naughty in restaurants. Marina O'Loughlin asks, all horror stories about Michelle Mone in restaurants could be gratefully received. She said, I want my bias fully confirmed. Someone called a Rhoda Mac, I don't know who Rhoda Mac is. Rhoda MacDonald is her full name. I was in a Glasgow restaurant and she walked in. The staff loathed, in capital letters, her, said she was the worst imaginable customer, but they stopped short of spitting in her food. I think I believed them. Janie Godley, who is an award-winning stand-up comedian, according to her Twitter profile. I will follow her Threads profile, sorry. She used to drink in my pub in the East End many years ago. Her parents are utterly lovely, and we used to buy Labatt's beer from her as a favour to her dad. I went to school with her aunt. Years later, we met at a restaurant at an event, and she pretended not to know me. She started stories with, as Bill Clinton once said to me, I butted in, wear white clean tops. Everyone laughed. She was furious. She hates anyone from back in the day. Yes. And I replied, I'm reliably told that the grubby Glaswegian grifter and her mates did a dine and dash at a restaurant in Belgravia. Sorry for the drinks coaster crashing down there, but obviously the drinks coaster wanted to express its fury at Michelle Mone. I'm reliably told that the grubby Glaswegian grifter and her mates did a dine and dash at a restaurant in Belgravia. The Mail wanted to cover the story, but the restaurateur was actually afraid of the association with her, as they'd already been burnt by a story about Sunita being slapped with a napkin there by a slapper named Dawn Ward. Dawn is, of course, the wife of a footballer called Ashley, and she claims to be an interior decorator. I don't think that she would be seen fit to decorate a Transport for London bus, let alone anyone's home. Her own home has been for sale for between 10 and 15 million pounds in Cheshire for years and years, and it's frankly the most ugly, decrepit little pile that nobody would ever want to go near. Dirty Dawn Ward, no thank you. You know, she had a bit of an incident with a court case to do with racism, but she sort of got off on that one. So that got cleared. But Dawn Ward, one of the most vile people on the planet. Anyway, this person, Graham, saw her park in disabled space in East Kilbride, and he tweeted her, I caught Michelle Mone parked over 2 disabled parking spots. She's blocked me for it. She did a book signing once at Waterstones, where I work, says Daryl McDonald. All airs and graces from the moment she came in. She also brought with her to a book signing her hairstylist and makeup artist. I can confirm that this is the kind of behaviour I've seen her conduct at the Rib Room at the Carlton Tower Hotel, as it used to be. Never seen that before or since, adds Daryl. Billy Sloan's story about her and Rod Stewart, as told in the Word in Your Ear podcast, is absolutely priceless. Well, I don't know what that is, but we'd like to know it. Has someone spliced together clips from that interview and Charlie Mulgrew saying, "Diddy I?" I don't know what that means. Given your time in advertising and so much else, she can't be a surprise. Working as I did in the Doctor for City for 20 years, she was the rule. I don't know. There we go. Any restaurant she's been involved with in any way, ghastly. There we go. So Joe McIntyre has never heard of Dawn Ward. Oh, well, you are actually very lucky. Dawn Ward is a ghastly woman who doesn't drink Prosecco because it makes her gag. That's one of her most famous exclamations. This is Dawn Ward for you. Here you are. Here's a bit of Dawn. Dirty Dawn. She is a very unpleasant woman. She was into fish-fueled fights in Knightsbridge restaurants. She has quit this program, The Real Housewives of Cheshire, to focus on her family. Well, she is particularly unpleasant. She often is to be found on the program called Loose Women. Dirty Dawn, yes, dreadful Dawn, Dawn Ward. Dawn is not her hour, to be honest. She is well known for swilling a champagne, and she is particularly unpleasant at any kind of moment. She has the possibility to be unpleasant. She was trying to sell the house for 12 million and then 15 million. Now she wants 10 million, and it's still completely overpriced because it's a complete dump. She said, I don't do Prosecco, babe, only the real stuff. I have a gag reflex if anyone tries to hand me a glass of that SH*T. Yes. If you could find another drink, I'd be grateful, said her husband, the former footballer Ashley Ward. I recently worked out her annual champagne wage bill. It wasn't pretty. She literally won't drink anything else. But she's certainly no Lily Bollinger. But Lily Bollinger, rightly said something pleasant about champagne. Oh, sorry, another thing came crashing down. It is Christmas after all. My microphone just fell off the table. I was given some new microphones, and here you are. You can see them, but unfortunately, they are not very stable. They're as much stable as Theresa May's Conservative governments once were. So there we go. So Joe McIntyre points out she now lives in Dubai. Thank goodness. Well, we don't know if she's actually living there, but she certainly has some kind of a residence there. Have you got a drink? Yes, I have a drink. I have a gin and tonic. So cheers to you, Joe McIntyre and Rachel Jones and Claudia and Julie and Socio Mario and all the rest of you present. Julie Clark and Claudia and Prosecco is good, says Claudia. Well, I don't particularly like Prosecco myself, but cheers to you if you like Prosecco. And cheers to Bambi Debonair. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas to you. This is just a brief call-in, and it's an urge to please make you all try and share my petition. And the petition is growing and growing, so we need to get more out there. My previous petitions about Marilise van der Meer, a dreadful woman who goes around killing giraffes, reached 47,000 signatures. I've had her removed from YouTube. I want this woman removed from the House of Lords, Michelle Mone, the blonde bimbo, the mucky, mendacious minx from the Glaswegian grifter. We want her out of that. Jake Withy says, you are looking very much like the TV secret agent MacGyver. Have I ever interviewed with Ed Opperman? No, I have not, and I don't know who that is. And I say cheers to you. And Socio Mario, thank you for the lovely Titanic gin. It did arrive at the Magnet. It has yet to be consumed, but thank you very much. But thank you. The Alliteration Fest, says Bambi Debonair. Well, we do love a bit of alliterative spirit. We love Susie Dent also. We love all these wonderful things. So I shall be wandering off to the Magnet, where allegedly one of our viewers may be appearing with his dog as a Christmas visit. So we will see if he arrives. We will see. Can we do a Christmas quiz? Yes, I will pen some questions down of my own, because that way nobody will be able to cheat. I was thinking about this earlier. We can have my own Christmas quiz, 20 questions of questions that I can ask, as opposed to from a book. So yes, well, that would be a lovely idea. Yes. Oh, lovely, says Julie. So I will be back later. How many gin questions can there be? Well, we could do even a specialized quiz on gin one day, but I will need to have lots more bottles sent to me, because we'll have to have a bottle for every question. I think that would be, when I have 20 bottles for 20 questions, that would be a useful time. We could do a question on each gin, and we will show the gin. That could be a gin fest, and that could be quite a thing. So yes, Right. Happy Christmas to you all, and thank you very much. Australia, Jake Withy. Well, we wish Australia happiness galore and happy Christmas. Right. Harriet deleted her wrench. I don't know what her wrench is. I've no idea what a wrench is. So there we go. Give Harriet a wrench. Oh. I'm adding Harriet as a moderator. Yes, okay. Well, we will add Harriet as a moderator. There we go. Well, Harriet, you are now allowed to be a moderator, but as long as you're very good with Mr. Gorse and cult television, and you are a wonderful Debbie McGee. We love you very much, Harriet. I hope your moderator's status is now working again. That would be delightful. So, Merry Christmas and happiness galore, and have a wonderful Christmas Eve. I wish you all the best and have a wonderful day. You all take care, and I will be back later to no doubt bore you a little bit more with a bit more to be sure. So please take care and have a wonderful afternoon. Happy Christmas Eve to you all. Bye bye.